Thank you for staying with us. Now, northern Namibia is currently experiencing several days of moderate to heavy rain with a clear risk of flash floods and localized flooding in the north central and Kavango areas. Flood-prone zones that were highlighted last rainy season included Oshana, Ohangwena, Omusati, parts of Oshikoto and the Kavango East and West regions because of flat terrain and river systems. Now, independent meteorologist Vilho Ndeunyema joins us in studio for an engagement on this year's rainy season. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us in studio.
Very good morning. Thanks for having me.
All right, just talk to us about the current spell, of heavy rain that has, taken over northern Namibia.
It's a combination of tropical storms, that the rainfall coming from the tropics, and the formation of upper level trough in the atmosphere, producing a lot of moisture. Hence the reason why we have a lot of rainfall in the northern territory.
Is this quite an unusual pattern of this time of the rainy season compared to the previous year, particularly last year?
Well, it's not something unusual. We've had this type of weather before, maybe not in recent years. I remember this time last year, we didn't have much rainfall until somewhere in January, and everyone was thinking, it's going to be another dry spell. Then boom, the rain came around January, but this time around, I think it came a little bit earlier. Yeah.
And we've seen these unusual patterns throughout the whole year, Vilho, where we've just seen rain throughout the year. Talk to us about this particular pattern, because we haven't seen this last year or the past 5 years.
It's like I said, it's not an unusual pattern. It's something that we've had before. It just doesn't, like, a lot of rain is coming from the tropics, so that's where we're getting a lot of rain from, especially to the northern territory.
Now, which specific areas in the north are at high risk of flash floods and localized flooding over the next few days?
Well, for the next few days, much of the rain will fall over the northern territory. Of course, the areas that are low-lying areas are the most at most risk, and of course, the areas are already flooded. The situation is more likely to deteriorate.
But I mean, last rainy season, as highlighted earlier, were Oshikoto, Oshana, Ohangwena, Omusati, which were the flood-prone areas. Is this still the same case this year?
Yeah, it's still the same case, but still the same case. But again, those are the areas that are prone to flooding, susceptible to flooding. So we expect the same history to repeat itself.
Yeah, and how long is this heavy rainfall expected to last?
According to my observation and looking at the different weather models, we expect these to go on until Christmas. But of course, it's going to be on and off, and there's going to be a little bit more sporadic. Not everyone is going to be affected. But so we're looking at until probably throughout Christmas.
All right. Well, is there any indication that water from upstream, the upstream catchments, for example, from Angola along the Kavango Kavango system, will worsen flooding later in the season?
Yeah, well, it depends on the rainfall pattern, doesn't it? If you have a lot of rain coming from Angola, there's always a risk of flooding in Namibia. And at the moment, it looks like there's a lot of rain on the horizon. So yeah, the situation is most likely to worsen.
And what impact should, just communities anticipate in terms of roads, school, grazing lands, if the rains continue at this intensity?
Well, the impact's always devastating. I remember this year, beginning of this year, we had roads destroyed, school cut off, grazing lands affected, and so if the rain continues at this intensity, then history will repeat itself, because nothing has been done to mitigate those risks.
Any warning tools then and informations that citizens should consider during this time?
Well, to be honest with you, we really don't have a proper early warning system in Namibia, so it's very unfair to expect the public to respond to any information that you give out to them. Even if you give the information, that information is most likely doesn't reach the vulnerable community.
Lastly, Vilho, as an independent meteorologist, perhaps what message would you like to share directly with community leaders and traditional authorities in these flood-prone areas?
Your leadership can save lives.
Yeah.
Protect the people, educate the people, making sure that the communities, the vulnerable communities, elderly people, children, people with disabilities are included in those preparedness plans. And you are the voice of these people. Speak to the government if there is a need for any support.